Hey guys, this is my test on the Sony A77 Mark II with an expensive 16x50 f2.8 lens. That whole kit would cost $1,800 versus the $620 Xperia XZ. So how good is the image quality of the A77 Mark II, Sony's king of APS-C size camera, against the Xperia XZ with a meager 1 by 2.3 inch sensor? So the aim was to see how close the Xperia XZ comes to the image quality in daylight and also under low light. By looking at the pictures, the processing on the Xperia XZ is much more reliable. In terms of the focus as well, the A77 Mark II has 79 autofocus points. Both the cameras were in auto mode and I shot on 20 megapixel, but shooting with the Xperia XZ was a breeze, whereas the A77 Mark II, I had trouble while focusing because it had so many focus points. For a general user, obviously he would not know how to use the different focus modes, but using it on the autofocus mode, it was a bit difficult to get the correct focus and exposure. Obviously I did not set the exposure manually, everything was on auto, and the detail levels on both the pictures in bright daylight is very comparable. Also the ISO performance is very comparable. See, this is the instance where it missed the focus, A77 Mark II. The dynamic range and the colors are also pretty comparable. Xperia XZ sharpens the photo a bit more. Here is another dynamic range test. Over here you can clearly see that the A77 Mark II wins it because of the larger sensor. Now this is under low light, and the details again are a bit mushy on the Xperia XZ, so on the low light it wins the A77 Mark II. Again, if you see the details here, it's very visible and crisp on the A77 Mark II. All the pictures below are from the A77 Mark II and all the pictures above are from the Xperia XZ. Again, over here very crisp. Now this is a bokeh test and you can see the background blur, the bigger sensor providing smoother background blur, where the Xperia XZ loses on that. This is a extreme low light condition and you can see the details are missing on the Xperia XZ. So overall I would say that on the low light, extremely low light, the Xperia XZ would lose out, but generally it's pretty good.